Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mitesh Khatri. I'm a leadership trainer, motivational speaker, and a national best-selling author of two books. One is Awaken the Leader in You, and the second is The Law of Attraction. As you know, every Monday we talk about leadership lessons in English. So I'm here today with another 5-minute quick video on leadership understanding. Today's topic is 3 levels of leadership. That's right, 3 levels of leadership. Level 1. What is the level 1 of leadership? Level 1 is always called as lead self. That's right, lead self, which means the ability to lead yourself as a human being. You'll observe that most human beings don't have the ability to lead their own emotions. So if you look at it, human behavior has 5 layers of human behavior. 5 layers of human behavior. We have our emotions, we have our thoughts, we have our beliefs, we have our values, and then finally we have our actions. Usually people only work on changing their actions or leading their actions, but human behavior is being able to understand all these 5 layers, right? So our emotions, our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, and then our values, and then our actions. So question you have to ask yourself is, are you at level 1, level 2, or level 3? Which means at level 1, have I really passed my test of being able to lead myself on my emotions, on my thoughts, on my beliefs, on my values, and my actions? Majority people in the world are not even aware of their complete emotional patterns, their thought patterns, their belief patterns, their values. People don't even get clear about the actions they want to take during the day. So that is why I would say that most people have not even crossed level 1. But maybe you have. So ask yourself, have I crossed level 1, which is leading self? Then let's go to level 2. What is level 2? Level 2 is leading people. Now, it's a very sequential understanding. If you don't cross level 1, it's not possible to cross level 2, because if you don't know how to lead yourself, you don't know how to lead people. Because what are people? People are complex human behaviors, right? Complex human behaviors, which means they have their own variety of emotions, they have their own variety of thoughts, beliefs, values, and actions. And if you don't know how to lead all those 5 layers in yourself, how would you know how to lead those 5 layers in others? Let me give you a good example of that. Let us say a team member of yours listens to you, but in the evening for another task, that team member doesn't listen to you. Does that happen? Okay. Or maybe at home, your son listens to you in one area, doesn't listen to you in another area. Now, being able to understand human behavior is a very complex understanding, right? Because it's probably more complex than any medical science in the world. Even the human anatomy is not as complex as the human psychology. Because in human anatomy or the medical science, eventually there are answers for every human element. If there's a headache, you have a Ceridon. If there is cancer nowadays, you have chemotherapy. But when it comes to human psychology, there is not many solutions yet, because the study of human psychology is more complex than any science in the world. Make sense? So you have to ask yourself, are you at level 1 as a leader or level 2 as a leader? Are you a great lead self level kind of a leader, or have you also crossed level 2, which means leading people? Are you a master at leading people? Then comes level 3. Level 3 is very important, but you cannot cross level 3 unless you or even reach level 3 unless you really master level 1 and level 2. Most people are not successful in their life because they don't reach level 3. The reason is because they don't cross level 2. You may reach level 2, but if you don't cross level 2 and pass it completely and become a master at it, you can never reach level 3. What is level 3? Level 3 is leading business. That's right, leading business. Whether you're in the corporate world as an employee, or you have a business of your own and you're an entrepreneur working on your own company, doesn't matter. But the level 3 is basically leading business. In the corporate world, it's leading business as a project manager, or even if you're not a manager yet, but it's being able to have the ability to control and manage business in such a way that you're able to grow the business. That's why it's called leading, remember? Leading business. Now, level 3 is all about success. It's all about being able to achieve more and more and more scalability in the area of business. The word I'm using is scalability, which means a lot of people in the country, especially in India, you'll observe when we start a business, most people in our country start a business thinking, how do they survive in business? How do they make just enough profits to have a good living, to have a good lifestyle? But if you go anywhere abroad, mostly, especially if you go to United States and Europe and UK, you'll observe most people internationally, when they start a business, they always ask themselves this question: can I really scale my business to a multi-million dollar business, to a global business? Now that's scalability. But to have that understanding is a completely different ballgame. That's called level 3 leadership, which means leading business. Now in future, some of the videos that I'm doing on Mondays, I'll cover also topics on leading business. Would you like that? I'm sure you would. And some of those leading business topics would be related to corporate leadership business, some as entrepreneurial leadership business, because more or less business challenges are the same whether you're in the corporate world or the entrepreneurial world. Doesn't really matter. But level 3 leadership is equally important. Now, here's a question that I want to ask you at the end of this video. Firstly, ask yourself, are you a master at level 1 or level 1 and level 2 both? Or would you say you're a master at level 1, level 2 and level 3? Now, if you're a master at level 3, you probably don't need to watch my videos coming future in the forward. But of course, if you want to keep taking your leadership levels to the next level, you can keep watching the videos. But mostly, you need these videos, and not just my videos. You need to read more leadership books. You need to understand more leadership videos. You need to attend more leadership courses. If you're not really at level 1, if you're not crossed level 2 yet, I can tell you, in your corporate world, if you're an employee or if you're an entrepreneur, you're already struggling with your business, because business is all about managing people, right? If you're not able to manage people and that complex human psychology, you can never reach level 3 and focus enough on level 3. What happens? You're constantly firefighting with people problems. So you're never really able to cross that level and focus on level 3, which means focusing on scalability, focusing on growth of business. But to be able to focus on that, you need to be so successful at level 2 that most of your people management is taken care of and you're not struggling too much with people management. All right. So ask yourself now, am I at level 1, which means am I completely successful at level 1, where my emotions, my thoughts, my beliefs, my values, my actions are in control of my own self? So then I get up in the morning, I think of what I want to do, and I'm able to execute that, right? And when I sleep, I'm happy, I'm peaceful in my life, I'm successful in my life. Then you would say you're a master at level 1. You're not just at level 1, but you've become master at level 1 and you've gone to level 2. So if every day in your life goes 80 to 90% as per yourself, as far as your own self is concerned, which means your personal habits, your personal happiness, your personal thoughts, your personal beliefs, how you sleep at night, how you wake up in the morning, if most of this is in your control, like in my case, I can say about 80 to 90% of my personal life is in my control, or my personal behavior is in my control. So then I would say lead self is more or less, I'm not only there, but I've crossed it. I've gone to level 2, which means now most of my self leadership is taken care of. So I don't have to really struggle. I'm not firefighting in that area, right? But if you're firefighting in that area, you'll hardly be able to focus on leading people, because you're so stuck with your own personal problems in life that you're not able to even dedicate enough amount of energy and time to managing people. Make sense? So that's level 1. So ask yourself, have you crossed level 1 and reached level 2? And if you have, great, congratulations. But if you haven't, ask questions about how you can lead yourself better during these comments after the video that you've seen, and I'll probably answer those questions as best as I can in the future videos, because I will be covering a lot of topics. In fact, if you see so many videos that we've already covered so far, majority of these videos were 70% focused on lead self. Now we're slowly moving towards lead people, right? So ask yourself, where am I at lead people? Am I just beginning? Am I struggling? Am I intermediate, or am I a master at it, where most of my people management just happens for me? Whether it's my family, whether it's my friends, whether it's my colleagues, whether it's my subordinates, whether it's my boss. Leading people is an art. And if you think most of your leading people part is taken care of, great. That means you've mastered that and you've reached level 3, and you're probably able to now dedicate enough amount of energy, amount of time to leading your business, whether you're in the corporate world or the entrepreneurial world. Make sense? So ask yourself, have you crossed level 2 and have you reached level 3? If you're already at level 3, then ask yourself, have I mastered business leadership? Have I mastered the ability to scale it? Every year, am I able to double the profits of my company? Only then you're really calling yourself a master. Remember this point. If you're not able to double your profits every year or maximum every 2 years in your business, you're not really growing. Trust me, you're not really growing. If you're growing by 10, 20% every year, and by the way, that's even in your job. If you're getting a promotion not more than, let's say you're getting a promotion every 4 to 5 years, you're stagnant. You should be getting a promotion every 2 years. Now you'd say, Mitesh, that's not practically possible. Well, that's business leadership. If you prove your value to an organization, and if you really have those skills that a business leader needs to have, believe me, people need people like you. They're just going to pull you up and promote you. Trust me on that. So ask yourself, am I getting promoted every 2 years? Or if you're doing an entrepreneurship work, which means you're in a business of your own, then ask yourself, is my profits doubling every 1 or 2 years maximum? If you are, great. In that case, you've really mastered leadership in terms of business also. But if not, Ask me questions of what I can help you to do to master leadership in your business. All right. So by the way, that's the end of this video. Ask yourself this question: am I at level 1? Am I at level 2? Or am I at level 3? Personally, I can say I'm level 3 now. And I wouldn't say I'm 100% master at it, but I'm a kind of an intermediate master because I am able to double my profits of my organization every 2 years. Initially, it was every year. Nowadays, it's every 2 years because the numbers have grown so huge that it's crores of turnover every year. So being able to double those profits every year is a bit more difficult than doubling it earlier when my profits were just lakhs in a year. Does that make sense? Right? But I'm now learning ways of doubling my profits every year as well. So if you're interested in understanding how to lead yourself, lead people, lead business, keep asking questions, keep watching these videos, okay? And if you're interested in being coached by me personally, contact me. On 31st of August specifically, I'm doing a 2 days workshop on lead self and lead people. After you do this workshop, you're going to be at a completely different level of your life, specifically on lead self. You're going to be able to define every aspect of your life and being able to drive your life in the direction that you want to. And that's why that workshop is called Design Your Destiny. If you're interested in this workshop, come and join me. It's not too much of an investment in yourself. It's 20,000 rupees plus taxes for full 2 days, morning 9 o'clock to evening 9 o'clock. I'll be personally training you for 2 full days, right? Believe me, guys, your life will absolutely transform after that. You'll be an absolute master at lead self, and you'll be able to easily and successfully cross even level 2 because we'll focus a lot on level 2 as well, which is leading people. We'll not be doing any work there on leading business. Leading business is a completely different ball game. It's a 5 days workshop. Maybe someday we'll introduce that workshop as well. But for now, if you're interested in taking yourself from lead self to lead people, and if you really want to master that about yourself, come join me on 31st of August. The details are there in the description of this video. You'll find it in the description below, just below the section in the YouTube section where it talks about the description of this video. Okay, great. So I hope this video served you. Finally, I want you to ask yourself again, where am I at level 1? Where am I at level 2? Where am I at level 3? On a level of 1 to 10, let's say 1 being lowest and 10 being highest, rate yourself. At level 1, would I rate myself at 2, 3, or 4, or 5? At level 2, would I rate myself at 5, 6, or 7? At level 3 of leadership, which means lead business, would I rate myself at level 2, 3, 4, or 5? It will give you a very clear understanding of where you are in your life and what's your depth at that level. Like in my case, I can clearly say at level 1, I'm at definite level 8 because my lead self ability is very, very high. Lead people, I'm again at 8 because my ability to influence people, my ability to manage people is, I believe, is pretty strong. So I'm at level 8 over there. At level 2, which is leading people, and leading business for me is, I would say, about 5. Yeah, believe me, even though I can double my profits every year, I still believe I'm at 5 because I know people personally in comparison to me in my own field who are doubling their profits every year, probably faster. So I'm still at 5 and I can easily see myself going to level 8, level 9 in the next 2 years. So if you're interested in going there as well with me, come join me on 31st of August. But before that, ask this question to yourself right now after this video and write down the answer. Level 1, 1 to 10, where am I? Level 2, 1 to 10, where am I? Level 3, 1 to 10, where am I? Okay, I hope this video has served you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have some questions, put it in the comments. And if you really want to know more about my videos in the future, hit the subscribe button so that you keep getting automatic notifications for these videos whenever it appears on a Monday or a Friday. And if you're watching my Friday videos, I'll see you on Friday very soon. In Hindi, we'll be talking about law of attraction. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.